This next one is not exactly a feature. I guess it could be called a feature. But what Apple has done is, because they're so focused on gestures and trying to have the Mac behave very similar to the way the iPhone and the iPad behaves, the scrolling has been switched upside down. This one at the very beginning got me really confused. And to tell you the truth, it's actually now confusing to go back to Snow Leopard because now I'm getting used to the upside down scrolling. Let me show you what I mean here. I'll switch over to a view by column where I have this really or fairly long list of images. I'm using the mouse with a scroll wheel. In the previous versions of the OS, to be able to scroll down, you actually had to push down on the scroll wheel. So it would actually go in the opposite direction of what you were doing. Now, in this case, it's actually a little bit difficult to show it to you or to explain it without actually seeing what's happening with the mouse. But as soon as you start scrolling with Lion and you had used any other scrolling, you will notice that it feels like it's actually upside down. Let me see if I can show it to you with Safari, for example. I'm using the scroll wheel on my mouse, and to scroll down, to be able to see further on the bottom, what you would have to do is you would have to push up on the scroll wheel. Now, if I push up on the scroll wheel, nothing happens because I'm already at the top of the document. So the scrolling is actually inverted. If that drives you crazy, if you find that being annoying, you can change that behavior in the system preferences. What you have to do is go to the mouse preferences. And at the very top, there's this new checkmark that says move content in direction of finger movement when scrolling or navigating. When you switch that off, now the scrolling will behave the way you were expecting or the way you're used to in previous versions of the OS. Keep in mind that that is just for the mouse. So this does not affect the way the scrolling behaves if you use two fingers on a trackpad.